All right, welcome everybody. What's up? This is Josh Schoenly, and I am extremely excited to have everybody on here. We've got a very special guest who I'm going to do a brief introduction of or two in a moment. But before we do that, a couple of things. Number one, again, my name is Josh Schoenly. Most of you know me. For any of those who don't know me, I'm a guy who used to be a gym teacher, and I've also been a real estate agent and so forth. I've done lots of things. I've failed at lots of businesses, but I've been jobless for nearly 8 years, and for the last nearly 5 years, been earning a pretty significant income, pretty significant six-figure income, all from home. And one of, if not the most important aspects of me being able to do that is the fact that very early on in sort of working from home, I realized the power of list building and what that allows you to do when you do it right and you do it consistently. And so this topic today, if you take it to heart and make it a habit of every day doing things to grow your list, it will change your business and change your life. Okay, and I'm a living, breathing testament to that. And that, that's all. I won't go real deep into my story, but I'll just share that as a pre-frame to let you know that this is a big deal. The stuff that we're talking about today. Before I introduce Tim, a couple of housekeeping items, because I want to get you guys in the right frame of mind so that you can get the most out of this. So number one, remove all distractions, okay? You've taken the time to register for, and you're now here on a workshop with us, one that, again, if you take and apply this information, could change your life. No, I'm not exaggerating, I'm not embellishing, I mean that 100%, but if you've got Facebook open and Twitter open and your phone's on, you're going to get distracted, and I don't want that to happen. So put your phone on vibrate, close down all other browsers, have a pen and paper handy, or if you like to take notes on your iPhone or your iPad or whatever, whatever you're going to do to take notes, have that ready so that you can get the most out of this, okay? That's number one. Number two, we will have time for Q&A. So I would highly recommend that as a question pops into your head, go ahead and put it in the question box, which is in the little GoToWebinar control panel. And most likely, we won't get to those till the end. But I may, depending on what it is, I may jump in and we may address it then. But at a minimum, we'll do our best to answer all questions at the end. But again, I would encourage you to just post them in there as you think of them, because if you're like me, if you don't do that, then when it comes time for Q&A, you'll forget, right? You won't remember what it is that you were, what question you had. So, and the last thing, I've already mentioned this, you want to take notes. You want to take notes, and more importantly, most importantly of all, is take action on what you learn as quickly as possible. Take action on what you learn as quickly as possible. Right? So as soon as we're done today, take action. Implement what Tim's going to share with you. Okay? Implement what he's going to share with you. So I've said his name a couple of times, but I've got Tim Page here with LeadPages, and Tim's official title is conversion educator, which I like. I'm kind of like a lead generation and conversion nerd. So I love that. That's speaking right to my language. Tim's an experienced marketer in all types of media. In fact, we were talking about how awesome his mic sounds. He does podcasts, so he's got a really kick-butt microphone, and I was a little jealous. He spends his days speaking to some of the most successful marketers across multiple industries, as well as business owners, all of whom are looking to increase their marketing efforts and generate more leads, right? That's why you're all here, to build your list easier, faster, and with more leverage. And in just a short period of time at LeadPages, he's already helped them grow their customer base to 16,000. Big deal. And increase their list by another 10,000 leads. So good stuff here. Tim's got some awesome things to cover. Tim, I'm going to move to more moderator role. I've got my pen and paper handy because I'm a little old school there. I like to write things down, and I'm ready to soak it in, man. So the show is yours.
I love it, Josh. Thanks for that amazing intro. Seriously, this is going to be an amazing time, and it really is an honor to be here. So thanks for having me as a part of this audience. I've been a big fan of your work for a long time. So
appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited, guys, and Josh kind of said it. Make sure you get the most out of this. Make sure you're taking notes, and I've got some suggestions on that. But today's presentation is called "The 4 Most Important Web Pages in Your Online Business," and how to tweak them to double your revenue in the next 12 months, and how to skyrocket business growth in the next 3 months by using an automated marketing tactic you can implement in the next few days. And so we're going to talk about kind of a lot of important things, but the most important thing is really about building your list. And here's why we came to this conclusion. We had this, we at LeadPages, we've been on this journey for kind of a long time now, where we realized that a few years ago we realized we wanted to double our revenue. Okay, and I know everybody out there is like, duh, who doesn't want to double their revenue? But this was a specific goal that we were shooting for, and we were trying to think of the various ways we could go about doing this. And so the first way we thought about for doubling a revenue was we could double the amount of traffic that we got to our website, right? And I think that's a lot of people's first idea is like, well, let's just get more people to the website. But for us, after thinking about it for a while, we really realized that was something we didn't want to do. It seemed really daunting because we were already really SEO optimized, which doesn't take long to do. We had already done a lot in terms of social media and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. And so we just came to the realization that doubling our traffic wasn't going to be the most efficient way to double our revenue. And so the next thing that came to mind was we could double our revenue by doubling the conversion rate on our sales pages. And to be honest, that was another thing that we just really didn't want to do. Once we write a sales letter or create a sales page, we have so much into it in terms of writing, recording, creating the sales page, working with the designer, and we just don't want to redo that more than once every 6 months or so. And to be honest, we just couldn't envision a way to redo our sales page in a way that was going to double the conversion rate there. It just didn't seem like a really efficient way of reaching our goal of doubling our revenue. So the next thing we thought of was that what if we could double the percentage of people that came to our website that ended up getting on our email list? So we would effectively double the conversion rate on our opt-in pages. And the thought was that if everything else held steady on our website in terms of conversion rate and the value of each person on our email list, then if we could double our conversion rate on our opt-in page, then we would double our revenue that way. So what we did was we went about systematically doubling the conversion rate on every single landing page or opt-in page in our business. And here's why I'm telling you this. Because the results from this experiment were phenomenal. Okay, we doubled our revenue in the first month by doing this. And then what happened was the next month we doubled again. So we had a 4x increase. We doubled and then doubled again. And then the third month we did this, we doubled what we did the previous month, and we almost did it again the fourth month. So what we found was that it's a lot easier and more efficient to double your conversion rates for your opt-in pages than it is to double your traffic or double your sales conversion rates. So it was kind of that journey that inspired us to create this webinar and kind of share it with you folks today. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And so I want to take a minute to thank everybody for coming. I was seeing the registrations, and there are really people from all over the world on this webinar. And so thanks to everybody for coming kind of at all different hours. I know in Australia it's like 5 in the morning, and over there in Europe it's right around 8 o'clock at night, and here on the East Coast it's 3 o'clock. So thanks to everybody for coming here. We really appreciate it. And so what is this webinar going to do for you? Well, during the next little bit of time we have together, I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step business plan for your online business that certainly could double your business revenue in the next 6 months. Okay, it did for us basically almost 4 months in a row, And the cool thing is, I used to charge for this information, right? But now that we sell software instead of information, we can give away all this stuff to you guys without worrying that it's going to hurt our sales. And here's the thing. Everything that I'm going to be sharing with you today will help you whether you're a customer of LeadPages or not. All right, so I'm going to show you how to do this stuff whether or not you have LeadPages. But please understand that there are a lot of LeadPages customers on the call, and so I want to show them how to do this stuff inside of LeadPages as well. But here's the thing. My goal is to make this the most valuable webinar you've ever been on. And probably a lot of you have been on a webinar with Josh before, so it's going to be really difficult for me to make this more valuable than what he's done before, but that's my goal. And just know that I don't have any kind of informational tease, all right? So it's not like I've got a book of like 12 marketing secrets and I'm going to tell you 6, but you've got to buy the rest or something. There's no informational tease. I have no incentive to hold anything back. So I'm going to give you everything that I can and everything that I have during this webinar, okay? So please know that. Josh already covered your questions, but I will try to work your questions into the content that I'm doing if they make sense. So ask your questions as we go, and if they make sense to what I'm talking about at that time, I will work it in. So we want to make this a really personalized experience for you. One other thing about taking notes that I want to add, Josh had some of the best advice that I've heard regarding taking notes. Here's one thing that I find a lot of people doing. A lot of people come to a training and they write down like cute quotes or interesting sayings or like fun facts that you want to tell at a cocktail party. Don't do that. Avoid the temptation of doing that. Write down action items that you're going to do and have a time marked down on your calendar for when you're going to implement these things. I recommend no later than 48 hours. But the great thing is with this webinar, when we hit that stop button, when this webinar ends, you could, if you were motivated and if you really wanted to have success in your life and in your business, you could implement this stuff immediately. So your business could see immediate results from ending this webinar and taking action. So know that and know that that is something that's going to be available to you. All right. And so a little bit about me. Josh really talked about me and what I do here at LeadPages. But I would say more importantly than that, I'm a husband and a dad. So I've got a 7-month-old baby boy in the other room with his mom, and she does a great job, but he is loud. So if you hear some crying, just know it's only a 50-50 chance that it's coming from me. So. But I'm really excited about this, and our company, LeadPages, we have a mission to kind of take the latest and greatest of what's been tested and proven in marketing and create software that just does that for you. And kind of my last piece of preparation here for you is to let you know that I don't believe in spouting off theory, like things that I thought up like one day when I was on the toilet. Everything that I'm sharing with you on this webinar is based on what we've done and what we've seen work successfully. So our software generates over 1 million leads per month. Okay, this is not based on a couple hundred pieces of data. Okay, our software generates over 1 million leads per month. We have over 16,000 customers, and we have, as far as I know, the largest data set about what's working right now in terms of conversion and lead generation. We have multiple thousands of split tests happening across our platform, and that may or may not mean anything to you right now, but it's going to mean something when we're done. And all we do is obsess about this stuff, okay? So everything I'm telling you on this webinar is based on over 1 billion, with a B, billion points of data. And this will be applicable to any industry. All right, and that's Edwina just asked, can this be applied to other industries? Whether you're in real estate, whether you're in network marketing, whether you're in online business, whether you're in offline business, you can implement these things right away in your business and see results, okay? And so to address all of the issues that a lot of businesses are facing, we created something called the LeadPages system. And there's a really good quote by a guy named W. Edwards Deming. All right, any marketing nerds have probably heard of him. He's a PhD statistician. He was highly involved in the recovery and repair of the Japanese economy after World War II. And W. Edwards Deming said that 94% of all failure was the result of a system that had failed. So W. Edwards Deming said 94% of all failure was the result of a system that had failed. And extensive research has shown that about 98% of businesses are dead in the water within 5 to 6 years. All right, and that number is actually higher for real estate businesses and for network marketing businesses, believe it or not. Okay, and so the reason why that happens and the reason why those numbers are so high is because it's the result of a system that has failed. All right, too many people subscribe to the old method of doing things, but in reality, what I'm going to propose today and what I want to show you is a different system. And this system relies on concentrating on 4 pages in the online part of your business and 4 pages only, okay? So if you've been concerned that marketing and technology and all this stuff is too complicated, I'm going to show you how you can get results like we've been talking about by only focusing on 4 pages in your online business, okay? And so don't be worried that this will be too hard or too complicated or it won't apply to you, because that's what I'm here to share with you, and this is all I do is share this stuff with you folks. So this is an alternative to the system that most people are using marketing their business, and so I'm going to break this down for you and share with you how everything fits into the overall system. So let's dive in, all right? So the first page we're going to talk about is called the Resource Guide Opt-in page, or you're probably going to hear me refer to it as the Resource Guide landing page, all right? Same thing, opt-in page, landing page, same thing, okay? So this is kind of our famous Resource Guide landing page. And it's called a Resource Guide landing page because when somebody opts in on a page like this, they get this list of resources, okay? So it says right here, free report reveals the 5 dirt cheap tools I use to create all my videos, including my $80 HD video camera. All right, so somebody opts in on this page, they enter their email, and they get sent this list of resources, and it's really simple. I'll show it to you. All right, this is all it is, okay? This is a 1-page list of resources. And here's what kills me, and this will probably kill you if you've been marketing your business online. This page took us about 15 minutes to create, right? You can imagine, it takes about 15 minutes. And this page took us about 5 minutes to create. We use LeadPages with the copy here. All right, so a total of about 20 minutes to create. And yet this list of resources and this landing page has gotten us more consistent business results and more opt-ins than a page that we created to give away a free video course. All right, so we once spent an entire month, literally an entire month, creating a video course to give away to people. And yet this page has grown our list more than that video course, all right, exponentially more. Also, we once spent 2 whole weeks writing an ebook, all right? So we wrote this extensive, long ebook, and yet this list of resources got us a higher conversion rate than the ebook that we took 2 weeks to create. So if any of you are out there going, well, I'm still working on my, whatever, my ebook or my video course or whatever, my opt-in bribe, right? I'm still working on my lead magnet. Stop spending so much time on your lead magnet. Just create this list of resources, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And, get going with this stuff. Stop letting that hold you back. All right, so there are a couple of interesting things going on this landing page that make it work really well, by the way. All right, so the first thing is she's looking at the opt-in box, right? And so we found that when the main subject on your page is looking at the main action that you want people to take, then that increases your conversion rate. All right, the second thing, and this is really interesting, all right, if you're into psychology at all, this is really fascinating. We have found that both men and women are more likely to opt in on pages where there are pictures of attractive women. But both men and women are less likely to respond on pages that feature pictures of attractive men. So that's really interesting. So why is this the best performing landing page we've ever used? Well, the first reason is it doesn't require somebody to process lots of information. All right, so somebody doesn't have to watch a 3-minute video or read an entire long page of copy in order to make a decision. The only thing they have to figure out when they're on this page is whether they want the 5 dirt cheap tools I use to create all my videos. That's the only decision they have to make, and it makes it a simple decision. The second thing is everybody wants to know the tools that you're using. All right? Studies have shown that people would rather acquire a tool than acquire training because it's easier and more enjoyable to buy something that's going to solve their problems than it is to learn a new skill. Everybody wants to know what they need, right? So think about the last time you started something new, right? Let's say you were going to like enroll in yoga or something, right? So the first thing you want to know is, what mat should I have? What shoes should I wear? What pants do I need to buy, right? Everybody wants to know the tools. If you look at the best-selling issues of most magazines, you'll find that typically the best-selling issues are the gear guides. So here's a couple of examples, right? These are the best-selling issues of these magazines consistently. So we've got Trans World Snowboarding Gear Guide, Outside Buyer's Guide. Look at this, 325 torture-tested products. It's a magazine that's selling 325 products. And then people spend money to get it, right? So we've got, I'm a nerd, so I love this. We've got Comic Buyer's Guide. Look at this, 25 years of Comic Buyer's Guide. We've got the Golf Equipment Buyer's Guide. All right, how many golfers do you know that are the worst golfers, but they have the best gear, right? All right, Bicycling Buyer's Guide, Minimalist Shoe Buying Guide, 2013 Sprinter RV Buying Guide, okay? Everybody wants to know the tools that they need. Now, hear me. This is why. People believe that if they have the tools that the pros use, then they'll perform like the pros. And you can do this in any market, all right? So, now, again, this outperforms any kind of evergreen lead magnet we have ever given away. It outperforms a free report or a free ebook because people are experiencing information overload. They just don't want something else to read that's long. It outperforms video lead magnets because the perceived value of video bribes has gone down due to the proliferation of launches and the lack of time. So not everybody wants to watch a 15-minute video unless it's got Josh in it, right? But not everybody wants to watch a 15-minute video. It outperforms opt-ins for free coaching sessions. Now, please do not get sucked into this black hole, okay? We once gave away an hour of my time to people who opted in. An hour of my time to anybody who opted in. And we got a higher conversion rate giving away this one-page list of tools than we did giving away an hour of my time, which goes to show that greater value does not necessarily equal higher conversion rate. Greater value does not necessarily equal higher conversion rate. And the time to benefit ratio is extremely high. You could seriously, like, you don't even have to make it all fancy schmancy like this. You could type it up in Microsoft Word, export it as a PDF, and give that away to people. All right? And again, you could create that landing page in just a few minutes. All right? But hear me on this. This is something I want you to write down, and I want you to repeat this to yourself as you're creating your landing page. The amount of time you spend creating your lead magnet does not equal your conversion rate. The amount of time you spend creating your lead magnet does not equal your conversion rate. Josh, did you want to say something?
Sorry, no, well, here's what I wanted to say. You have been making me laugh. I had muted myself out because you only have one. I have 4 kids, so usually I mute myself out just because inevitably, anytime I do a webinar, one of them comes just wandering into my office. But I have been laughing at your jokes as well as I think others have. We're getting some questions, so I just wanted to chime in and let you know that you weren't like falling on deaf ears.
I appreciate it. I figured that was the case, so yeah. No problem. and besides that, I laugh at my own jokes, so that's
good enough, right? Yeah, for sure.
I got that from my dad. Yeah, so. All right, so how about some ideas? Like, what I wanted to do is I want to make everything really actionable. So here's some ideas, and I started with the first one. Here's some ideas on how to do this. If you're a real estate agent, how about this? Resource guide, the top 5 safest credit-boosting home loans of this year. All right? Tell me your audience wouldn't want that if you're a real estate agent. I want that. I'm looking to buy a house. Sorry for you folks, you're not in Casanova, but I am looking to buy a house within the next year. So if you're a dentist, buyer's guide, the top 5 electric toothbrushes of this year, including the one that I use. If you're a life coach, app guide, top 4 iPhone apps for increasing your productivity, including the one I use every day. A marketing agency, top 5 digital marketing tools for local businesses. Hint, the 3 best ones are free. Fitness experts, here's my favorite. You guys, you will love this, all right? the only 3 pieces of exercise equipment you need in your home, hint, they all weigh less than 5 pounds. And why do I love this so much? Because that hint is counterintuitive. It tells people that it's not what they expect, and so that increases your conversion rate. So if you can give people a little kind of little subtext that tells them it's not what they expect it to be, they will have to enter their email address so they can figure out what the heck could possibly, what exercise equipment that's valuable could possibly weigh less than 5 pounds. And if you ask my mom, she knows the answer to those questions because she's a Spartan race runner. Okay, so that's there you go. So here's what I want to do. I want to show you, first off, I want to show you one of these landing pages that's doing really amazing right now. This is getting a ton of opt-ins. All right, look at this. I hope you guys can see this. I know it's streaming over GoToWebinar. It might be really choppy, but you can see there's a video going on in this background, right? And people are loving this. This is getting insanely high conversion rates. So what I want to do is I'm going to tell you 2 ways that you could get this made in your business. All right, so if you love this video background, or if you love this kind of background with the girl, like this simple page, if you want to get this made, here's the simplest way that you could do this. So 2 ways. One is you could hire a developer. All right, you could do this on like Odesk or Elance, or I think that's just one company now. Or you could find a developer and you could solicit bids and stuff like that. We found that the average developer to create this page would be $600 to $700. To create a page like this would be a little bit less expensive, $300 to $400. And then any kind of changes, upgrades. If you want to make any other pages that's a continuous, you'll have to keep paying to have them change that or upgrade the page or make new pages. Okay, so that's one way you could do it. Another way is you could do it with our software called LeadPages. And if there are any LeadPages customers, I'm going to show you how to do this. If you're not a LeadPages customer, you could see how easy this is. And of course, there's no secrets here. I would love for you to become a LeadPages customer, and I've got some bonuses for you if you decide to do that. But I'm going to show you how to do this right here in our software so you can see how easy this is. And I'll kind of stretch the page out. One thing that I love, by the way, about LeadPages, and Josh, I know that you were telling me this is one of your favorite features, is if you're not if you're not marketing savvy, if you don't really know what's going to work, you can sort all of our templates by conversion rate. And you could just pick the one that converts the best and kind of go with that, right? So you can see it sorts all of our pages by conversion rate. We're not going to do that. We're going to go to opt-in pages. And we're just going to pick, I'm going to go with this video one because I think a lot of people would imagine this would be hard to do. So we'll select our industry. You could select, real estate or whatever you want to go with. I'm going to go with marketing because that's the business that I'm in. And Chris is saying hi, Josh. So there you go. All right. And so anything that you want to change on this page, you just click it, right? So you don't have to know programming or anything. I don't know programming. I don't know HTML, none of that stuff. So you could click your logo and put yours. I'm going to make it hidden. All right. And then you select your headline. Let's go with the real estate headline. Where is it? Here it is. So we're going to grab this one. All right. And we'll put it here. And we'll do that. And actually, you know what? Instead of resource guide, what I love is free report reveals. By the way, that headline converts better than anything I've tested. All right, free report reveals. So we'll make an underline and italicized. So the top 5 safest credit boosting home loans of this year. And then we could do including the one I used to get my home. All right, that's compelling. All right, that's compelling. I will tell you that right now. I want somebody to make this guide, and I will download it, and you'll have my email address. Okay. So so for opt-in form integration, so we integrate with just about every email provider. These are just the ones that we use in our business, but chances are we integrate with your email provider. But I'll go with MailChimp for now because I know a lot of people love MailChimp. All right, and then you select the list and you set up a thank you page. Now, LeadPages has thank you pages all set up in it. You don't even have to change anything on them if you don't want to. And by the way, all of our pages integrate with GoToWebinar, so you could have this be a webinar registration page too. All right, so we'll click OK. We're going to give this a name. We'll call it Josh S. Landing. All right, so we'll do that. We'll click Save. And I don't know if any of you were keeping track, but I think that took us about 90 seconds to create. All right, so about 90 seconds. And I'm going to go ahead and click Publish. And now this is all set. So there are a bunch of ways you can publish this page. We actually host the page for you. So if you want to just link up to this page, you can. Here's the URL, right? So this page, this is a real page, all right? We literally just made this, and it's now live on the internet. That's how fast you can do that. So it didn't even take 5 minutes, but if it takes a little while, there you go. And people are telling me home loans don't boost your credit. Thanks for letting me know. That's good to know. I have no idea. So I haven't focused on that yet, as you can tell. All right. And somebody said, where do you get those lists that you picked from? They're right inside of your email provider. So if you have MailChimp, you'll be setting up your own list right in there, right? So there's how you could do this with LeadPages. If you have WordPress, I'll show you in a little bit how to actually publish right to WordPress. Facebook, you can publish it as a tab to Facebook, which we're finding converts amazingly well. And you can also download the HTML and publish it. So if you're wondering, does this work with your host? Or, if you use, I don't know what people use these days, Wix, or if you use, what's the other one, Squarespace, right? Yes, this works with any host that you have, all right? But I want to show you how to publish to Facebook, because people tell me, I keep hearing, it's so hard to publish to Facebook. It's a pain in the butt to get the tab going and look right. So here we go. I'm going to show you how to do this in 4 clicks. So don't tell me you're not tech savvy enough to do this. 4 clicks. Ready? Here we go. Click 1. Click 2. Click 3. And click 4. All right, so 4 clicks. And here we have it. All right, so this is a real tab on our sample Facebook page, okay? So this would be your real Facebook page. So this is a real tab on your Facebook. And when somebody looks at this on mobile, they will see this as mobile responsive. So this will be mobile responsive. So watch this. Here's an example. So we're going to go to facebook.com/conversioncast. That's the podcast that I host. It's all about how to get better conversions on your website, and you should definitely check it out. Conversioncast.com, by the way. Little self-promotion. Okay, so this is what it looks like, all right? And I need to change this copy because it just says free guide, and that's really not compelling. But anyway, here it is right here. And when somebody goes to your Facebook, they check out your page, they look at your comments, they read whatever posts, and all they do is they click on this, and boom, here's your beautiful tab. Now, this is the podcast LeadPages, page here. So, but yours could be, you could use this page, or you could use whatever you wanted. This page with the girl, right? Whatever you wanted to use there. But it's really simple, and you can see how easy that is to do. All right. And so again, this is really simple to do, very simple. All right. And so why should you do this? Like, you're listening to me and you're hearing me talk all about this stuff. And so why should you create a resource guide landing page? Well, first off, if you don't yet have an opt-in page up, I'm going to say, what are you doing? Because Josh will probably, throw something at you. All right, but if you don't, here's why. It takes minutes to set this up. All right, you just saw how easy it was. It doesn't take that much time to create the copy. In fact, here's a little bonus. If you stick around to the end of this webinar, and you ask this at the end of the webinar, I will help you create a headline for your business. Now, I know there's a lot of real estate people on the line, so I'm going to have to really dig deep in my real estate book here, but we'll figure it out, okay? But it doesn't take that much time to create the copy. I'll help you write a headline, all right? There you go. Converts higher than most long-form, no, I'm sorry, it converts higher than any long-form opt-in page that requires people to read a lot of text and watch a video. It converts higher than anything we've ever seen, and like I said, you can create that lead magnet or that bribe in less than an hour. If you already have an opt-in page up, and I'm going to guess that most of you do, all right? If you already have an opt-in page up, listen to me, all right? This, I guarantee you, this will outperform whatever you're doing right now. And I can only say that because we've tested extensively, remember, 1 billion data points, okay? This will outperform whatever you're doing right now. And you can set it up in minutes, all right? So trust me on this. This is effective and it's powerful, all right? So, and Linda wants to know how to delete backgrounds. Yes, I'll get back to you on that because I can show you how to do it in about 2 seconds. So I'll show you that at the end. Great question. All right, so a couple of testimonials. All right, your software got us an 8x improvement over the basic homepage and a 3x improvement over the previous opt-in. P.S. I'm barely even using all the features, no social proof, weak offer, etc. That's from Eric D. All right, Brian Schickow said, LeadPages took my opt-in rate from 8.6% to 23% in a single day. Juan Martifiki from Mind Valley Hispano, if you speak Spanish and you're into books and improvement and stuff like that, he said, these are giving me 3x to 4x conversions against the one I was using before. A couple of tweaks, and my biz will make at least twice the money I was making. And listen to me, Mind Valley Hispano makes millions. Okay, so twice the money that they're making is worth a lot. He said, can't tell you how grateful I am for the service you've created. And then Tara Me says, I've been using this for a little over a month now, and I noticed today it's accounting for 71% of my new list subscribers. All right, and this is talking about using this resource guide landing page like we're talking about. Okay, so that's the resource guide landing page. They absolutely crush it. And I'm going to move on to page 2 if that's okay with you, Josh. I'm assuming it is.
Let's do it.
So
let's do it.
Page 2. All right, I love it. Page 2 is the lesson page. All right, you guys will absolutely love this if you're not doing this in your business. All right, so here's kind of how this works. I'm gonna set the stage. All right, here we go. So somebody opts in on a page like this, right? So it could be the video background page, or it could be this page, whatever opt-in page you decide to use. All right, so they opt in on this page, and then right away they get that list of resources and tools, whatever yours is going to be. Okay, so right away they get sent that list of tools, and people want to know, like, how do I send this out? Well, you can set this up within your email provider, so Aweber, Mailchimp, Infusionsoft, GetResponse, Constant Contact, whatever you're using. You can set this up so that this goes out right when somebody opts in. Or if you have LeadPages, here's a really simple way to do it. Within LeadPages, we actually will deliver your lead magnet for you. All you have to do is right in the top left-hand side right here, you click this button, you turn that on, and you select the lead magnet you want to deliver. Now, when somebody opts in on this page, LeadPages will send it to your new subscriber. So LeadPages makes it really easy. So you can see how easy that is. All right, but again, somebody opts in on this page. Day 0, they get sent this report. Like right away, they get sent this report. And then you have your autoresponder set up. So again, whoever you're using, Aweber, Mailchimp, whoever, you have it set up so that every 3 days after they opt in, they get sent an email that sends them to this this lesson page. All right, and I'm going to talk about what's in that lesson page in a minute. But I want you to hear this. All right, this campaign, this kind of automated sequence, is bringing us in over $10,000 per day. All right, this is not bull. All right, this is legit. Over $10,000 per day. And we literally don't have to do anything for it now. We set it up once, and it runs on autopilot. And so the reason why you should set this up first in your business is because if you set this up first, it means that even if you have a week where you want to go on vacation, or a month where you want to go on vacation, you can leave, and this sequence takes care of marketing for you. It ensures that you make money even when there's not a launch or a webinar or some hoopla and you've got to do some kind of special crazy thing. All right, you don't have to do that if you have a pre-programmed series in place. It's really incredible. So again, somebody opts in on this page. Day 0, they get this report, and then every 3 days you link them up to a lesson. So like day 3 they get lesson 1, day 6 they get lesson 2, day 9 they get lesson 3, and on and on and on. Okay, and so I recommend you have at least 6 of these lessons that can go out. Okay, so at least 6 of these lessons that can go out. So let me show you what this looks like. All right, I'm going to use LeadPages to show you what this looks like. Again, if you don't want to use LeadPages, you could hire a developer to do this. Again, we've done a lot of getting some quotes on stuff like this. So a lesson page like this would cost between $800 and $900 to create if you didn't want to use LeadPages, if you wanted to hire a developer. So again, here's what it looks like in LeadPages, and I'm going to show you why this works. All right, let's set this to 6 parts because that's what I'm telling you to do, a minimum of 6 parts. Okay. So here are kind of the reasons why this works. The first reason is it says part 1 of 6. Okay, it tells you how many parts that go out. So when people get this automated series of emails from me that go out, they're not like, oh my God, this guy's gonna be emailing me forever, right? They know that there are 6 emails. They know the deal. There's no confusion, and they don't get the sense that you're just gonna go crazy with their inbox, right? They know you have this arrangement. There are 6 emails, and they're gonna get them. The second thing that's going on with this page is that it has this progress bar. Now, human psychology tends to not like things that are incomplete. All right, and so when you give people a progress bar, they tend to want to complete it. So when you have this kind of progress bar in place, and they're getting one of these every 3 days, it keeps people opening your emails. It keeps them consuming your content because they want to complete the course. It's just kind of a cool psychology hack. So you've probably found that when you're waiting for something to happen on your computer, or, you know, in my case, I'm a Netflix fanatic. I love TV, and that show Parenthood is like addicting. Don't go watch it if you want to continue improving your business, because it will suck the time away from you. But anyway, when you're waiting for that TV show or your favorite movie or whatever to launch, right, you're watching that progress bar move, you're more likely to stick around and wait for it than if it weren't there, okay? So this progress bar gets people to consume your content. The next thing on this page that gets people to consume your content is it has these share buttons on the side. Now, the thing about these share buttons is, let's say somebody were to come, let's say they were on part 4. All right? They had already watched 1, 2, and 3. Now they watch part 4, and they go, man, I love this, and they click like. Well, it would be detrimental to you and to their audience if they clicked like and it showed them on Facebook as liking part 4. Right? Because people would miss part 1, 2, and 3, and they wouldn't get on your list. So, with LeadPages, when somebody clicks like, it shows them on Facebook as liking this page, right? Or whatever your opt-in page is. So it automatically shows them as liking your opt-in page, so that people will have to opt in, so that your list has to get built, and the people that come to your page will get there and see part 1 because they've opted in to your list. All right, so it grows your list and it keeps people consuming your content. The other thing is that down here you can see that people can leave comments, right? People can leave comments. And the thing about people leaving comments is, if they were to leave a comment on part 1, it'll show the same comment on part 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and all of the parts to your course. So it gets your social proof on all the parts to your course, and it shows them on Facebook as commenting on your landing page. All right, so again, it grows your list, and it gets people to consume all of your content and gets you lots of social proof. So this is really incredible, and it really does work really effectively well. Okay, and so a lot of people kind of want to know, so like, what should I even do in the video? Like, I don't even know what I would do in the video. Here's what you do, okay? In the video, you spend the first 3 minutes sharing some sort of valuable tip, and then you spend the last minute explaining what somebody would get if they click the button below. Okay? And this could go a lot of directions, right? So I'm going to give you 2 examples. The first one, let's say you're a health coach. All right? Or let's say, you know, you have some kind of like a health opportunity, right? So what you could do is you could spend the first 3 minutes talking about your 3 favorite superfoods. All right? You can talk about why you like them, how they give you more energy, what's so great about them. And then in the 4th minute, you could encourage people to get your product. So they click this link and buy your product, which would explain maybe 3 more superfoods and gets them a customized health plan that they and their family could use to have more energy. All right? There's one example. Here's another example. Let's say you're a real estate agent. All right? Say you're a real estate agent. Let's say in this video, you spend 3 minutes talking about the best secrets to getting a great deal on a house in your market. All right? And then the last minute is they can click the button below to get a free, or to either set up a free consultation with you, or they could click the button below to, you know, hire you to consult with them on how they could help, you know, sell their house or something like that, right? So again, you know, and you could set this up right here so that it links to whatever, your shopping cart or your scheduler, whatever. And so here's, right? This is last month's 2nd highest grossing webpage for us here at LeadPages. Okay? And it's only the 2nd highest grossing webpage because the highest grossing webpage is our sales page, which is just natural. That's where people go to buy, right? And this will be this month's 2nd highest grossing webpage again because it's all evergreen. All right? It's constantly working around the clock. It's not based on one-time promotions. All right? So again, this is really incredible and it's working so well for us. And here's why this works so well for us. It works so well for us, again, because the fortune is in the follow-up. You guys have probably heard this a lot. All right, the fortune is in the follow-up. It means you don't just make money when you launch or do a webinar or do some kind of promotion. It gets you paid each and every day. All right, and so again, after somebody opts in, they get one of these lessons every 3 days for 6 lessons. All right, and this is how you set this up. All right, here's right now, if you don't have this set up in your business, make these videos, all right, first 3 minutes, again, teaching something valuable, and then the last minute, point out what they would get if they hired you or bought your product or whatever it is that you're doing, okay? And initially, post this video to your blog. Post this video to your blog and email your entire list about the blog posts. Then, once you've done that, add these videos to a page like this that's optimized for getting sales and for getting conversion, and add it to a part of your autoresponder sequence. All right? So initially, people will see it on your blog, but after that, all right, initially they'll see it in real time. After that, people will only get these videos when they opt in to your list. So they're getting on your list, and then they're seeing your content. And again, they're going to these really high converting pages and then buying, right? Or doing whatever it is, whatever action you want them to take. All right? And so this worked really, 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 really well. Okay? And so I'll show you how to create this right here in LeadPages. All right? So obviously, again, you can click on anything to change it. I'm going to do a really specific example here. So I uploaded this logo. And don't kill me if this isn't you, okay? Sorry. So we're going to go with Remax. All right? Don't kill me. And then we're going to do like free real estate buying course. How about that? Okay? And then, again, when you change the number of parts, all right, so if you change the number of parts here, so let's say you had like 18 parts. I don't know why you'd have 18. That's a lot. But it changes the progress bar for you. All right, so you could do like 6 parts or 2 parts. All right, so let's just go with 6. I'll click OK. All right, and then for your video, we're going to grab a video. So let's just go to youtube.com and just grab whatever video. All right, so let's do, Bill Burr on Jimmy Fallon. I love Bill Burr. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but we'll just grab that video. All right, so we're just going to grab the embed code. All right, and I'll copy that. We'll put it right here. And you just paste it. That's it. All right, so you don't have to know. And so if this is a real estate buying course and it's 3 minutes where you're telling them, how to get the best deals in real estate, and then the last minute is, telling them how you can help them get better deals and stuff like that, and that they should schedule with you. And then you go click, let's change it. So we'll go click here to schedule a home viewing now. How about that? Right? Oh, we already got now. Click here to schedule home viewing now. And then you link to your scheduler. And now people watch this video, they see that you know what you're talking about, they see that you're an expert, and then they want to schedule with you, right? Or if you're not a real estate agent, you could do something like, let's see, you could do like, click here to discover the 6-figure secret now. All right, and then they could get sign up for your opportunity or something, right? Or you could do click here to order this widget now, right? And you could link to your shopping cart or whatever. Okay, so that's how simple that is, right? And so let's give this a name. We're going to call this, I'll call it Josh S. Lesson Page. All right, so we're going to click Save. All right, and we're not going to track our... This is, by the way, to create. All right? And again, to publish this, you just click Publish, and then you could just use this. This page is all set, ready to go. All right. Oh, I didn't resize the video. That's my fault. All right. Let's resize the video because I want this to look right. All right. When I say resize, it tells you the recommended size right here. Okay. So you got to change it, right? So we just go 600 by 338. Oh, actually, you know what? I know I did this wrong. I apologize. Okay. There we go. We're going to click Save. All right. We're going to click Publish. So you can see I'm an idiot, and even I can do this stuff. All right, there we go. So all set to go, right? But anyway, you could publish it again to WordPress, to Facebook. Don't publish that lesson page to Facebook. You don't want to do that. But download the HTML. I want to show you how to publish it to WordPress because I don't know if any of you are using WordPress, but I have to imagine that out of the ridiculous amount of people here, some of you are using WordPress. So let's do this. We'll go to conversioncast.com, and I'm going to go to the WordPress admin, all right, for ConversionCast. I'm going to take a sip of water here. Bear with me. Okay, and so to publish this, you'll obviously just install the WordPress plugin for LeadPages. Don't go looking for it in the the WordPress stuff. You have to be a LeadPages customer to get it. But anyway, so we'll go here. Here's how you do it. You go Add New. This is so easy. It's going to make you sick. All right? This is the page we just made, Josh's lesson page. And let's just call it Josh S. All right? That's it. Publish. Done. conversioncast.com/Josh S. There it is. Okay, so you can see how simple this is. Obviously, again, you could hire a developer or you could just use LeadPages, which makes it so much easier. All right, so super simple, looks awesome, gets amazing results. And here's a couple of quick testimonials. Nick Rogue said, I've had a video training course on my phone for a while, but when I saw how clean the LeadPages version was, I had to upgrade to using those pages. They just look that much better and have been converting better too. Rodney Dowd said, the results are back from the split test, and this page outperformed the original page by 26%. It went from 31.99% to 40.44%. Google Analytics says the probability that your page would continue to outperform the original is 99.1%. All right, so that's pretty amazing. And again, you know, we're seeing amazing results. So we're going to move on to page 3. And page 3 is the webinar registration page. All right, now listen, hear me on this, because I know that webinars are sexy and, you know, people want to get these things going, but get this in place after you already have an autoresponder in place. Okay? I would encourage you to get an autoresponder in place first. But after you've gotten an autoresponder in place, set up a webinar and just do your first one, okay? Just do your first one. And here's what I want to do. I want to take a poll, all right? Let's take a poll right in the questions box. What I want to know is, what would you say, if you had to take a guess, what would you say is the #1 reason to do webinars? All right? So answer that in the questions box. What would you say is the #1 reasons for doing webinars? And please, don't feel upset if if you're wrong, right? But there are a lot of reasons to do webinars, and so I want to know what you think the #1 reason to do webinars is. So we got to sell, so people can get a feel for who you are, to get leads, to get contact info, human touch, to collect email, to get emails, publicity, lead generation. People love to show up live. So these are all great answers. The #1 reason to do webinars is to build your list. All right? Because webinars will grow your list faster than just about anything. All right? And the thing that's awesome about webinars is even if people don't show up, even if nobody buys, you're still growing your list. And just to prove my point of how powerful webinars are, let's go into LeadPages, shall we? Shall we? All right, let's go to LeadPages. We're going to go to templates. We're going to sort all by conversion rate. All right? And we're going to take a look, and we're going to see which of these pages, sorted by conversion rate, are webinar registration pages. Which of the top pages are webinar registration pages? Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the top 11 pages sorted by conversion rate are webinar registration pages. Okay? So they're converting better than just about anything else. All right? They're a great way to grow your customer base, address their needs, focus on what people want, and deliver value. Webinars have grown our business so much, and you'll find that the majority of Fortune 500 B2B software companies, the majority of really successful real estate agents, the majority of high-performing network marketing, people, I don't know what the term is, right? The majority of online entrepreneurs, the majority of best-selling coaches, best-selling information product marketers, best-selling e-commerce store owners are all doing webinars, okay? Webinars are basically an all-in-one magic bullet for your business. They provide quality traffic. It's people who want to spend time with you, that are looking to learn from you. They provide incredibly high conversion. Okay? I talked to a guy the other day who was getting between 30 and 40% average sales conversion rate on his webinars, and that's not even an unheard of number. They're great for doing partnerships. If you're new to an industry, here's a great way to break into that industry. Co-host a webinar with somebody prominent in that space. They provide product creation. All right. If you have content block or writer's block, you're having a hard time creating a blog post or a training, one of the best ways to do it is to schedule a time to do a webinar, write it down, invite people to it, and you have to show up there and deliver. You can't procrastinate. You can't release it one day late. You have to show up. You have to do it live. So webinars are absolutely fantastic. All right. And so I want to show you the elements of the best performing webinars. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to webinar pages and I'm going to show you my favorite page. All right. Somebody said, what do you mean by list? So Kim, what I mean by list is basically the people that are on your email list. So the people that opt in. Okay. And Debbie wants to know, are Google Hangouts interchangeable? So if you use Google Hangouts with a page like this, then yes, all right, then it is interchangeable. But if you just use Google Hangouts as they are, it's not going to grow your list. So you want to do it just like this, okay? So I'm going to show you the elements of the best performing webinar registration page. Take a look here. So the first thing is it has this countdown timer, all right? Now, the thing is, an actual date, like, May 17th, sometimes seems like an abstract concept. Like, I have no idea what today is, all right? But if you tell me 2 days, 16 hours, 27 minutes, and 48 seconds, I know what that is, right? And so it makes it very, very real. So countdown timers are really lifting the conversion on any landing page that we have one on, all right? I often say that if I had a bar, I'd have a countdown timer on the bar pointing at the street, counting down towards for an example, in the morning, I'd have it counting down until the bar opened. And then once the bar opened, I'd have it counting down until when happy hour starts. And then when happy hour starts, I'd have it count down until when happy hour is over. And then I'd have it count down until last call, and then until the bar closed. And then when the bar closed, I'd have it count down until it opened again. And I might turn a lot of people into alcoholics that way, unfortunately, but I'd have a really successful bar, all right? And so countdown timers are really amazing. Another thing that's really cool about this page is it has built into it this mind map, all right? And so people can see that there's a mind map built into this page, but they don't know what it says, and so their curiosity will drive them to register for the webinar and opt in so they can see what it says, all right? The third thing is that it has this two-step opt-in, and what that means is step 1 is to click here, and step 2 is to opt in, all right? And the reason why this works is because when somebody comes to a page, they make a determination about whether that page is a giving page or whether it's a taking page, all right? And when the opt-in box is visible immediately when somebody comes to that page, they decide that that page is a taking page, all right? But when you only give them the opt-in box when they ask you to give them the opt-in box, then that increases conversion rate. They look at it as a giving page, all right? And we are seeing, on average, a 30% increase in conversions, all right? A 30% increase in conversions on pages where the opt-in box is not directly on the page, all right? And that's amazing, because if the opt-in box were right here, somebody could come to the page, scroll around, and leave. But the minute they click on this box, they have to make a determination about whether or not they want to opt in, okay? It's called behavioral inertia, right? The likelihood, like once somebody commits at a low level by clicking on this button, the likelihood that they'll commit at a higher level by opting in skyrockets. It's similar to what you guys might know as a yes ladder, right? I was in sales for a long, long time, and one of the earliest things people teach you is to get people to say yes to a bunch of small commitments, and then get them to say yes, or when you ask them to buy, they're more likely to say yes, right? It's called the yes ladder. Well, it's the same thing here, all right? Get them to commit at a low level by clicking on that button, and then the likelihood that they'll commit by opting in it skyrockets. And in case you don't believe me, let's go to templates, all templates, sort by conversion rate. Let's see which ones are two-step opt-ins. All right, let's see which ones are two-step opt-ins. And here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 of the top 18 pages sorted by conversion rate are two-step opt-ins. All right, so two-step opt-ins are extremely valuable, and they're lifting the conversion rate of these pages. Okay, so let me show you how you can kind of customize this page in LeadPages. All right, so what you could do is you can click the headline here, and you could do something like Facebook marketing. All right, or if you're doing like makeup, right? Makeup for older adults, I guess you could do like Cougar Makeup 101. I don't know what that would be, but you could do that. Or
did you really just say that?
Real estate. I really said that. Yeah, I really said that. Yep.
That was my favorite part so far.
If somebody has that course, I have to see that course. Yeah.
All right. If anybody wasn't paying attention, hopefully you're paying attention again now.
All right. So you could do like real estate buying 101. And then you could select your host. All right, so we could do like this is the Todd from Scrubs. All right, that's pretty amazing. All right, but you could pick whoever you want. So here we go. This is Jamie Tardy. All right, she's a friend of ours. All right, we could do Jamie Tardy, and then you could do I don't know, just give her a name. So Kanye West. All right, and then if you wanted to host this by yourself, you could just you could turn it off. Right, so now it's just Kanye West looking a little different than he used to. Right there. And then for opt-in form integration, again, we integrate with just about any provider. So you select your provider. We'll go with MailChimp again. And it integrates with GoToWebinar. We integrate with, Google Plus Hangouts, whatever you want to do. And so what happens is when somebody opts in on this page, all right, they not only register for the webinar, but they get on your list, all right? So you could set form fields for first name and last name and email. So to answer that question, if you want to ask for just that, that's great. Yep, we actually have found that the highest conversion rate is just with email. But if you have a reason to want their first name, last name, you could include that. All right. So again, we could just do that, and we'll give it a name, Josh S Webinar Reg, and we'll click Save. Oh, I got to enter a thank you page URL. See, it's dummy proof. It won't let you screw up like I tend to do. All right, we'll do that. We'll click OK. Okay, publish. Oh, it's got to finish saving. There we go. Click publish. And again, you can publish however you want. I'm just going to go ahead and click view page because this is ready to go. Here's the URL, all set to go, and people can register for this webinar with Kanye West. All right, so again, this is super simple to do. It looks amazing. And so let me give you the process to do this. All right, because if you're not doing webinars now, the process might seem kind of daunting. All right, cougars are not 101. I know that. All right. Somebody said, can I use LeadPages with YouTube? Yes, absolutely. All right, and so again, here's the process. Do one webinar every 2 weeks to once a month. All right, do them live. They'll convert better, and you can directly answer people's questions and communicate with people. All right, and what I'm going to say is, don't freak out over trying to figure out what you're going to talk about in your first webinar. Just do Q&A. All right, it'll get you used to doing it, and you'll be able to answer people's questions in real time, and it'll help you grow your list. All right. So again, that's the easiest way to do it. And to kind of put the system together that we're building, what happens is somebody opts in, day 0 they get the report, day 3 they get the lesson 1, day 6 they get lesson 2, day 9 they get lesson 3, and after lesson 3, that's when you send people an email inviting them to sign up for your webinar. All right, so this is now getting your list onto your webinars, which will convert, and you can send traffic to your webinar pages in a whole bunch of different ways. You can use SEO, you can use Facebook ads, you can use Google AdWords, however you want to do it. But again, you drive people to this list or to this webinar registration page, and again, they'll opt in and get all of these amazing benefits that we just talked about. So a couple of testimonials. This person said, just FYI, your webinar registration template converted higher than any webinar page we've ever used. We've gotten registration rates as high as 60% before. This one topped out at 74% and averaged a 65% registration rate. Such an awesome template. Ryan Dice from Digital Marketer, one of my favorite online marketing people, said a few weeks ago, I held the webinar and the registration page converted at 72%. This was by far the highest converting landing page I've ever tested. Confession, I didn't design it and neither did my webmaster, but I was able to make it in about 3 minutes using LeadPages. And LeadPages creates way more than just webinar pages. I'm able to create squeeze pages, thank you pages, video pages, and more in just a few minutes. Samantha Hartley said, by the way, we switched from our old page to this one. We doubled our conversion rates. And Andy Eders said, we also got 70+% conversion with that template. I guess that means my copy is as good as Ryan Dice's. He. Can't blame me for dreaming, right? So again, webinar registration pages convert really, really well. So let's talk about page 4, and this is the sales page. And this can apply to a lot of different ways. So a sale could be somebody buying your course, buying your product, or simply hiring you as their real estate agent, all right? So here's my favorite one. By the way, I'm guzzling water because it's like 82 degrees here in Syracuse, New York, where it never gets so warm, all right? Never gets this warm. So we're sweating and enjoying every second of it. All right, but I'll show you my favorite sales page. Here we go. So it's down here. This is called Video Sales Page 3. And I love this. And this is amazing. So let me show you why this is amazing. So you can pick your logo, right? So whatever your logo is, I'll pick, this is the one for our podcast, so I'll do Conversion Cast. All right, and you know, we'll let these images load. And again, I've got to copy this embed code, so we'll do that. Go over here, click OK. I'm going to embed this video code right here. Got to make sure that it's the right dimensions. So this one is 857 by 482. Nice and easy. You don't have to guess. Okay, we'll do that. And then what we've done here is really amazing. We've created something called the magic buy button. That's what Ryan Dice calls it, the magic buy button. So this is set up to only appear during the call to action in your video. So in your video, let's say you spend 4 minutes talking about you, talking about your agency, talking about your philosophy, why you're kind of better, that kind of stuff. And then the last 2 minutes, you tell people what they get if they decide to buy your course or work with you or order your product or hire you to, you know, to sell their home or whatever it is that you're doing. But it's, again, 3 to 4 minutes of talking about you, and then the last minute or two talking about, you know, what they get if they buy your product or hire you, right? Well, what you do is you set it up so that this area of the page only appears during that call to action in your video. All right, so let me show you kind of how this works. We're going to go to Fade Inbox here, set this for 12 seconds. We'll click OK. All right, and I'm going to give this a name, so Josh S. Sales Page. Save. I'm not going to track conversions, and we'll click Publish. Oh, I got to wait for it to save. All right, here we go. So 12 seconds after this page loads, because I set it for 12 seconds, 12 seconds after this page loads, that area is going to appear. So let's say we want to watch Bill Burr. We get to this page. All right, Bill Burr's on. Let's check it out. All right, it's muted. Thank God, because Bill Burr is not family friendly. So we're hanging out. We're watching this video. It's really good. And then here comes the call to action, and boom, the button appears. All right, so it says 11 seconds right here, but it's 12 seconds after the page loads. All right, so now this area only appears during the call to action. And here's why this works. All right. Ryan Dice from Digital Marketing Labs again said, magic buy buttons. When it comes to variables that whisper, rarely do you find one that doubles conversions, but the magic buy button does. When the order button isn't visible when the prospect first arrives, your video sales page looks like regular content, not a sales page. When your video sales letter reaches its call to action, shazam, your buy button magically appears, but prospects have kept an open mind throughout the video. So when you only display this button when you get to the call to action in your video, they're not like clicking through and, you know, checking prices or prejudging you. They're waiting until you're at that part in the video when you're actually closing the sale, and that's when you show this. And again, he's saying that he found that it doubles conversion rate. So we really like this kind of sales page. So just a testimonial here. We've got Ralph Quintero said, thanks so much, Clay. You and your team rock. I just signed up earlier today and within a couple minutes had my video sales page up. I love the service and highly recommend it. So the 4 pages are the resource guide opt-in page, the lesson page, the webinar registration page, and the video sales page. And so I want to put this all together, okay? I want to put this all together. The reason why, again, why we created LeadPages, not I, but we, the reason why we created LeadPages is because we wanted to level the playing field. We saw so many amazing entrepreneurs, real estate agents, right, network marketers, online entrepreneurs crushing it, or that were getting crushed by bigger marketing organizations, right? We saw so many people that were amazing at what they do, but wanted to focus on their product, wanted to focus on the people, and didn't want to spend all of their time and all of their life marketing. All right, so we wanted to create something that made it super simple for you to do your marketing. And so I want to invite you, if you're not a LeadPages customer, to become a LeadPages customer. And I've got a whole list of bonuses for anybody who decides to sign up for LeadPages before this webinar is over by going to leadpages.net/Josh S. Okay, I've got a whole bunch of bonuses for you that you're going to want to get. All right, so the first bonus, the first thing I'm going to offer you, if you decide to get LeadPages by going to leadpages.net/Josh S, the first bonus I'm going to offer you is a beautiful resource guide lead magnet for your business. So remember I said somebody opts in on this page and they get sent this list of resources. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to have our top designer design your resource guide lead magnet for you. All right, so all you have to do is give us your list of resources, and we will have our top designer create one for you. Something like this, right, or one like this. We'll have our top designer design that for you. All right? So, again, you just send us a list of resources, and we'll turn it into a beautiful PDF you can give away to people when people opt in on your page. The second thing that we'll give you when you get Lead Pages by going to leadpages.net/Josh S. before this webinar is over is we will give you our webinar course on how we design and create webinars. So it talks about how to get people to register for webinars, how to line up joint venture partners for webinars, talks about the technology to use, how to lay out and script your webinars, how to follow up after your webinars to create webinar replays. It talks about all these things, and it's an amazing resource. All right. We used to sell this for about 2 years for $197, so it's a $197 value. The next thing you'll get when you join us on this webinar, again, leadpages.net/Josh S, is you'll get 5 free landing page critiques. What that means is we'll actually look at 5 landing pages that you've created with Lead Pages, and we'll critique your copy. We'll tell you how to rewrite them. In a lot of cases, we'll rewrite the copy for you. In fact, in most cases, we'll rewrite the copy for you. All right? So we'll look at 5 landing pages, and with over 16,000 customers, we've seen the highest converting landing pages in just about every single industry. So we'll have a great idea about what's working best in your industry and why it's working. So we'll critique your page. We'll give you personalized coaching to increase the conversion rate. And that alone is worth the cost of Lead Pages. Okay? Now, the next thing I'll give you is our landing page course. All right, so we have an entire course on how to create landing pages. All right, so how to think about them, how to write copy for them. And you don't necessarily need to take this because we'll actually look at the landing pages for you. But in case you want to learn yourself, we have an entire course about how to create landing pages that you'll get if you buy in this webinar. All right. We'll also give you something called the pre-sale formula. Now, this is insane. The pre-sale formula is a course on how to build a list with your audience and then pre-sell a product to that list before you've even created it. So it's about how to build a list and then co-create a product with that list, have your list tell you the product to create, and then pre-sell it to them to fund the creation of your product so you have a profitable product before you've even started working on it. All right. So here are a couple of people that have gone through the pre-sale formula. This lady teaches people how to get better sleep. She generated $71,256 before she even had a product. All right? This guy teaches people how to draw on whiteboards, no joke. And he generated $45,000 before he had a product. Okay? So again, with Lead Pages, when you sign up for Lead Pages by going to leadpages.net/Josh S, you will get, obviously, the software that creates the landing pages for you. Then we'll design the lead magnet to give to people. You get our webinar course on how to create a webinar for the people that are opting on your list. We'll critique your landing pages for doing the webinar and how for getting the opt-ins. We'll give you our landing page course so you can continue to improve your pages. And we'll give you the pre-sale formula so you can pre-sell a course or a product or whatever to them before you've even created it. All right, so you only get these bonuses by going to leadpages.net/Josh S. What do you think, Josh?
Sorry, I was sticky trigger on the unmute. Here's what I think. Yeah, these are good. I want these. I've signed up so long ago. I don't think you guys had a lot of this stuff. I've had Lead Pages for so long now.
Right.
Well, here's so as if this isn't like cool enough. These things. Because I've been using Lead Pages for so long and because I've been doing this kind of stuff for so long, I actually have a library of additional training on different things with regard to Lead Pages. So, for example, I use GetResponse with Lead Pages, but I integrate it a little bit differently. And so I've got a training on how I do that. I do so much split testing with Lead Pages that I have a training on doing split testing. And in fact, I believe one of my split tests is going to be featured on the Lead Pages blog in the very near future. And so I've got a training on that. I have a training that I did. Now, all of this training currently is only available for my personal team right now. But all of this training I'll throw into this bonus pool when you use the link that Tim has on the screen, and I also put it in the chat. So a couple of other trainings, I actually have to put them all together, but I'll put them together and I'll get them out to everyone no later than tomorrow, and I'll tell you what to do to get them as well in just a minute. But I've got one on creating an entire funnel where I'm using Lead Pages, and I show how I got. I think in the example, 269 leads in like a couple hour period. So in that one, not only do I show the kind of page that I used and the exact copy that I used, but I also talk about where the traffic came from, how you can get traffic and so forth. Because I know somebody had asked in one of the questions, I forget who now, about traffic. How do I get, if I got these pages, how do I get people to them, right? And so I've got some bonus trainings that you're going to get with this that will talk about that as well. So I'm forgetting all of what I'm going to give to you. I actually have to go and put it together, but I've been using this for a long time. I create lots of content and training for my own team. Anything related to LeadPages or that will help you get more out of LeadPages, I'm going to throw in as a bonus. And the way to get my bonus is very simple. Use the link leadpages.net/Josh S and simply email me. Now, if you don't do that or you can't find it, I also get a copy of everybody who signs up, and I will, myself or my assistant will make sure that you get those bonuses, right? We'll make sure that you get those bonuses regardless. But the easiest, fastest way would be to just email me once you've gone ahead and signed up, and we'll take real good care of you. So
that's amazing.
That's
awesome.
So many cool things about LeadPages, and I know we've got questions as well. But I've mentioned this a couple of times. Like, I've been list building for I think 8 years now, and I've tried lots of different things. Way back then, I think I had, I paid some guy on Odesk or whatever to build squeeze pages for me, and then I've tried various services over the years. You guys are the best, period. I mean, I love everything about it. How easy it is to split test, the ability to, like for a webinar. I'll give you an example here. So webinars, and I'll validate your point about webinars. In one of my businesses, in the last, 14 or 15 months, we've gotten somewhere, I don't know the exact number anymore, but somewhere between 28 and 30,000 opt-ins to webinars.
Wow.
And thanks to LeadPages, we were able to not only have those people register for GoToWebinar, but feed them into our follow-up system as well. And that alone was a huge time saver, and not only time saver, but a lot of those platforms you can't import leads into, or if you do, they have to be double opted, and that just never goes real well. So anyway, I give. There's not many things that I promote, to be honest, and as a tool, like as something that you have to use for your business, this is absolutely one. Absolutely one. No question. And most of you on here, or many of you on here, know that because you've heard me talking about it before and seen me using them before. So Chris says, can I use LeadPages with YouTube? I don't know exactly what you mean, Chris, but the answer is yes. So you can create capture pages that you can, in the description of your YouTube videos, include a link to, or if you've got a YouTube video that you want to put onto a LeadPages page, absolutely. And Tim showed how easy it is to do that, during, I forget which one, on the last one, the sales video one.
Yep. Let me really quick.
Sure.
That's exactly right. But there are a couple of questions. I know people are trying to get signed up, and I want to help out. So people are saying, a couple of people have said they're going to leadpages.net/Josh S, right? And it's taking them to the homepage. So just so you know, that's exactly what should happen. That's actually tagging you to make sure that you get the bonuses. So don't worry, that's exactly right. The other thing is, people want to know about the plans, right? Well, here's the thing. We can actually, we're only able to offer the bonuses for annual billing, all right, for us. I don't know about Josh. I can't speak for him. We can only offer the bonuses for annual billing, but there's actually a really strong, compelling couple of reasons why you should do this, why you should do annual, right? So the first thing, by the way, people are like, should I do pro, standard, whatever? Just know I showed nothing today that you can't do with a standard. All right, everything that I showed you, you can do with a standard plan. I'm going to recommend you get started with the standard annual. Okay, get started with the standard annual. You can always upgrade to pro later, but with standard annual, there's two amazing things. One is it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's valuable. Okay. The other is you save over 30% by going with annual. You save so much money by going with annual. And so you get all the bonuses, you save over 30%, and again, you can always upgrade to Pro later. Worst case scenario, you hate it, and you can cancel and get all your money back, which is not going to happen, but if you did hate it, you would get all your money back. But the best case scenario, you save over 30% off, and you get, obviously, all the bonuses. So again, go with the standard annual if you're having a hard time deciding between standard and pro. Start off with that. You can always upgrade later. And let me say this too. If you want to get LeadPages and you don't give a crap about the bonuses and you can't afford standard, or I'm sorry, you can't afford annual, it's okay to go monthly. Like, don't let the bonuses be a thing that stops you from creating all these pages and making this big impact in your business. Okay? Don't let that be the thing that stops you. But if you have the option and you're trying to decide, do I go monthly, do I go annual, standard, go with standard annual. All right, I just wanted to throw that out there to help everybody because I know that it's a difficult decision trying to pick between all the plans.
Right. So there's multiple options there, and but know that just pick one. Right. Don't let that stop you from getting started using LeadPages and creating these kind of pages for your business so that you can get more leads, capture more leads, close more sales, regardless of if you're selling real estate. If you're in the network marketing or affiliate marketing arena, whatever it is that you're doing, this will help you, right? So I'm going to put out there that my bonusers are available for anyone who takes action today, regardless of the option that you choose. You will get all of the bonuses that I mentioned, all the additional training modules that I have. Some of them, and quite honestly, some of them are very short, right? I'm very direct and to the point. And so a few, some of them are very, short and punchy, 4 to 6 minutes. And then there are a couple of them that are a little bit longer because it's a longer process. Like, for example, the one where I show, creating an opt-in page and creating the funnel afterwards and so forth. So, you're going to get a variety there for sure. So, let's see. So Brian says, can we export to WordPress and export HTML with standard?
Yes. So you can export HTML with standard. What you can't do with standard is you can't. Oh, never mind. We changed that. So yes, absolutely, you can. It used to be. Okay, it's with month by month. That's why. So with the annual plan, you can export the advanced HTML, and what that means is that it will automatically update with when LeadPages updates. Okay. So with either of the annual plans, yes, you can do that. Even with the month to month, you can still export HTML. It's just not going to be automatically updated within LeadPages.
Got it. Okay. So Chris says, wow, yes, guys, I signed up. Good.
Yeah, I just saw that, Chris L. Thank you so much. And James S., thanks for signing up. Appreciate you. Really quick, I'm sorry, I got to throw out some thank yous. Sharon J., thanks for signing up. Victor G., thank you. Marissa B., thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Jeff S., thank you. Rose A., thanks for signing up. Larissa T., thank you. I don't know if it's Dennis or Denise. I'm really sorry. C, thank you for signing up. And Marcelo F, thanks for signing up.
Cool. I love action takers. So a lot of people had asked about a recording. I will send out a recording replay of this as early as tomorrow if you were here. If you weren't here, you wouldn't hear this anyway. But I'll send that as early as tomorrow. You sort of said this in passing, but somebody asked, can you start on the monthly and then upgrade later?
Yes. You can start with any one of our plans, and you can always change later. So, yep, going with the monthly to start is fine.
Yep. And if you do the monthly, there is no contract, Brian. That's part correct. Of the reason for it.
Yep. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this special for you. I'm probably gonna get yelled at for this, guys, because you're so awesome. If you decide that you have to go with monthly, if you can't do the annual, I will still give you the bonuses. All right.
That's
so
pretty awesome.
No matter what plan you decide to go with, I'll go ahead and give you the bonuses. I literally don't do that for anybody else. I have never done that for anybody else. So just know that I'm hooking you guys up because you've been awesome and you've asked amazing questions. So yep, I'm going to do that just for you guys.
That is awesome. Everybody give a round of applause where you're at for Tim, please. Mike Schmidt. I actually know Mike Schmidt, and no, it's not the Mike Schmidt who played for the Phillies. Although Mike, I love you. It would be slightly cooler if it was. I actually have a framed Mike Schmidt jersey signed by him, which is totally random and off topic. So let's get back to something good. So Mark, this is a great question, and one that gets me excited because you're thinking marketing wise. Can you use these like for Facebook ads in the newsfeed? Mark, half of the people on here are on here because they saw, or I'm saying about half, they saw a Facebook newsfeed ad with a link to a LeadPages webinar registration page that I created with LeadPages. So like the fact that you're on here now is any of you, not just Mark, any of you is a direct social proof that what Tim just talked about works. It's like the perfect proof of concept, right? And so, yes. And Mark, I actually use LeadPages hosted versions for capture pages because they're so fast that I can't. It's hard to get pages that open as quickly as LeadPages, and when you're paying for traffic, that is critical. This isn't like an advanced concept, but if your page loads slowly, you will dramatically hurt your conversion. And so LeadPages pages are like, it's on the fastest hosting you could possibly get. And so particularly like in the example that you said, for paid like Facebook pay-per-click, I always use the hosted version because it will open the fastest and that will get my conversion the highest. And
yeah, we just did a case study on Conversion Cast for that, where Juan Martitsky from Mind Valley Hispano did a split test on his own. Like, he had an amazing server, like a great server, great hosting. And he did a split test on conversions between his server and using LeadPages hosting. He got a 10% conversion increase by using LeadPages hosting. So that's a great testimony.
Yeah, testimony. So like in the fall, I was running some campaigns where, and it's interesting that you say that, because we were running some campaigns, and then for whatever reason, we took the exact page that was working and we put it on our own server, and it dramatically, it was like we were at like 33%, and when we put it on our own, we were at like 23, 24, and I was like, dude, the only thing that is different is the fact that we're not hosting the dang thing. And so, yeah, I've never done it, at least on paid traffic. I've never, not used the hosted pages. Stanley, welcome. Michael, welcome. Mark, welcome. And here's the thing. I know a number of you listening both do real estate and have, are in affiliate marketing, network marketing. Here's the cool thing. You can use this for both, right? You can and should use it for both. In fact, we have people, I've got sort of people that I know of that are, and I would say, I guess the best way to describe it is sort of in my sphere of influence, who are getting in real estate, are getting as high as 55% opt-in rate with some LeadPages pages. I will see what I can't guarantee, but I will see what I can do to get the copy, the pages that this fella is using to get those kind. I can't guarantee, but I will do that and do my best to do that. And if you're in real estate and you're getting signed up, which I know a bunch of you are, and gosh, they just keep coming in. Good stuff, guys. Doug Hyder and Charles Cook, welcome. I'll see what I can do and see if I can get those for you. So Mark, great question. Really long-winded answer, but a smart question. It shows that you're thinking. So, Josh, how would you integrate this with Empower? And Mike's on he's on a team that I have within Empower Network. And Mike, I'm happy to. In fact, one of the bonuses shows you how I'm using it with Empower. But the way that the fastest, easiest way is creating custom landing pages for any opportunity: real estate, network marketing, affiliate marketing, taking any offer or any website that you have that, the sort of out of the box canned website, whether it be for real estate or, a ClickBank offer or an opportunity like Empower Network or another network marketing opportunity. The fastest, easiest way to differentiate yourself in the marketplace is to use LeadPages to create a custom landing page and put that on in front of whatever it is that you have, and you will immediately rise above the competition in the marketplace immediately. So good question, and the answer is absolutely yes. Linda, email me, and we'll see what we can do. I will certainly take care of you, and I'll talk with Tim. I want one for real estate. Yeah, Chris, I know that you're doing both things. You can actually, use it for both. Here's a good question, and Tim, I'm not 100% sure of the answer on this. But Mike, who is a gangster affiliate marketer, and he'll laugh that I call him gangster because he's the farthest thing from gangster, but he is in this sense. Anyway, he's a question on load speed. Does it matter if he's forwarding a domain to the LeadPages hosted link, like a tracking link? Will that affect the load?
No, it won't. We actually do that with just about all of ours. So, for example, leadpages.net/Josh S. Obviously, that's not a LeadPages page, but we do use tracking links that way, so it will not affect your load speed.
Yep. Mike says, how many times? As in, that was Mike Schmidt saying. Yeah, he's like the guy in the commercial, the guy named the older white guy named Michael Jordan, and they're all everybody who sees him, they're all like disappointed. They were all excited, like the limo driver and the like whatever, the bellman and stuff like that. Brian Bush, welcome. Good stuff, man. Way to take action. Welcome. And so here, Tim, are you cool with this? Some people are asking for like examples of what I'm doing, and I don't mind. I'll take the screen and I'll just log into my account and I'll show it. It's some of you are going to be like dumbfounded at how many like pages I have. But don't let that worry you or like think that like you have to be so insane about it to get the kind of results, right?
Right.
You don't have to be a lunatic like me and have like literally thousands of pages. But this is my account, and so I mean these are here. Like here's an example page that I used for this webinar. There's Tim. If you were wondering what Tim looks like, there he is.
Big red beard.
With the I've been thinking about it. I don't think my wife would let me do it, but man, I hate shaving, so it would be. I would like it on some level. Let's see. Let's see here, and everyone that you see that says the AB, those are split tests. So here's an example of me using a sales video page. Oh no, it's not. This is my thank you page after a workshop that I was doing. No, it's not even that. This is sort of a hybrid. This is using a template that was supposed to be a webinar thank you page, but I actually created it in such a way that it was like a sales page. And so, it just shows that with LeadPages, you're only limited by your creativity. Here's an example of a sales page where it is a. Oh no, I hit the wrong one. Josh Schoenly. Hit the wrong one. So here's one where it's like a testimonial page, or a testimonial video that I turned into like a sales page. Okay. So just taking a YouTube video, taking a couple minutes and tweaking some things on here, and and all of this stuff, like here's what I will say. Even though I've been doing this stuff for a long time, like online marketing for many years now, and really successfully for the last 5 or so, I've never been like super techie. I've never, I know enough with WordPress to be like dangerous. But the other reason I love LeadPages is a guy like me who's not that technical. Like, I can do really cool stuff so stinking easily, right? Here's a page. Here's just sort of like a blind opt-in page that I use. This template, by the way, converts great, even though it's not the 2-step template. If your copy on here is good, it'll convert great as long as it's like congruent with the audience and so forth. So
agreed.
Yeah. So some people asked for those. I figured I'd show some, but let's get back to a little more Q&A, and then I am gonna have to before too long. I gotta head off because I got a house full of kids.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So Mike, since we poked fun at Mike, I'll pass this along. Mike said that Tim looks like the Scott from Scott's Lawn guy. I don't know.
I gotta look that up.
You're gonna have to look at that. Yeah, he's like their mascot now. He's like this guy talks with a Scottish accent. It's actually pretty funny. Can I upload to Hootsuite? So yeah, Chris, these links you can use anywhere, right? You're gonna get a link that you can use anywhere. So when you create a capture page or a sales page or whatever, you've got 4 options when you're publishing it, right? So you can have the direct link like this is. You can upload it to WordPress. You can upload it to a Facebook tab, which Tim showed you how to do in was it 4 clicks, Tim?
Yeah, 4 clicks.
Yeah, or you can put it on your own server, which for most people is a little bit, like for me, I wouldn't even, I wouldn't know how to do that. And you don't have to know how to do that. That's what's cool, right? But yeah, you can use them. You can use them anywhere for sure. Okay, so what are the percentages to the right? So yeah, I don't even know that we even talked about this. But another like crazy cool feature is there's built-in analytics. So these numbers here, this is my conversion. This is the number of opt-ins and the number of visitors for this page. And taken further, this is a split testing page. So I can click on analytics and see these are all variations of a split test that I ran.
Variation 3 is getting close, buddy.
I know. But yeah, I mean, it's I almost awarded it the win, but it only has 43 visitors. I got to get it to some more traffic. But so that's I mean, we didn't even talk about that. I don't think we did anyway.
Nope.
Just another really, really cool feature. And I don't even another thing is there with LeadPages, let's say you have a report like what Tim showed. You can actually have LeadPages deliver the report. So LeadPages can actually send a confirmation email, either a lead magnet like a PDF or like a regular email. You can just write an email. And the interesting thing there is, I've found, at least currently, that the deliverability of that email is like it beats anything.
Yep.
And that there's some high level reasons why that's important, which I probably won't go into here, but maybe I'll add that as another bonus as to why that's so important, not only for the initial ability to get into people's inbox, but also your ability to get into their primary inbox long term. It's like a really big deal. And so like here's an example. This is just visitors, right? Because this isn't this is just a thank you page. This isn't an opt-in page. So really, really cool stuff here. I know that someone asked, with the split testing feature, can they create a new page and use like one they've already created? Like, is there a shortcut to doing that? I know if there is, I'm not using it. I usually just have like the page I'm recreating open and I just copy paste. But I didn't know if there was a shortcut.
Yep. So the thing is, that page that you want to compare it against can't already be in a split test.
Gotcha.
So like it can't already have been split tested. So for example, you could create a page and then split test it against Rapid List 1 RE if you wanted to.
Cool.
But you couldn't split test it against It Works Recruit 10.
Gotcha.
So,
This is
yep, but you can split test two entirely different landing pages. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. If you go to conversioncastgift.com, that's two there. You'll see a different landing page than, the guy next door will see, because I'm split testing two different landing pages because I'm curious to see which one will perform better with the exact same copy and the exact same lead magnet image. So that's going to be an interesting split test.
So now you got my conversion geekiness. So what are you split testing then? If the copy and the
Yep. So it's just two different templates. So I'm split testing.
Oh, okay. So you same copy, different template. That's cool.
Yes. Yep. So they're both like I'm split testing the one that came in that was supposed to be like the ultimate new landing page.
This one. The perfect
that one.
squeeze page.
Yes, sorry, the perfect. So I'm testing that versus the one in the middle on the second row.
That one there. Cool.
Book in the middle.
Yep, right here.
And that page right there, the social proof giveaway page, is crushing the other one. But it's not statistically significant yet. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, split testing is fun, but you also sometimes you can't jump to conclusions too early, because when numbers are small, it can things can swing pretty quickly. Yep. But the other interesting thing to note is like this is awesome. Being able to sort this is awesome. There's no question about it. But all marketing is a test, and so you need to do your own testing for any of this stuff that we're showing you for your own, because each unique offer, each industry is unique, and so forth. And so while this is cool and helpful, just know that your own testing is really how you become a better marketer, right? So guidelines are good, but do your own testing. Here's a cool comment by Debbie. I already have LeadPages, but if I didn't, I'd get it through Josh. Amazing value and bonus. Thank you, Debbie, and Tim for doing some cool stuff.
I love it. Scott wants to know about the split test. So just to answer your question, Scott, so when you get a winner, you can actually copy just that page.
Yep.
So you could copy that new page, and then you could either test it, or you can just go ahead and take the split test that you have. You can get rid of the poorly performing variant, and then you could just create a new variant if you wanted to.
Good call. So Billy Joe asked, does LeadPages work well with LinkedIn ads? And, I mean, you're going to be able to create a page that loads quick. I mean, yes. If you have if you've got a congruent offer and so forth, all things being equal, absolutely, Billy. I don't know if you're already doing them or not, but yeah, absolutely. I'm going to go back through and just make sure, because there was a couple of things that we got down some rabbit holes here, and then I do have to take off. So here's the first thing I'm going to say while I'm looking back through here. There are a lot of comments and questions. If for some reason we didn't address something for you, just email me, and if I know the answer, I'll get you an answer, and if I don't, I will absolutely get with Tim, we'll figure it out one way or another. So Chad says, I'm also in. Thanks. Looking forward to your affiliate program. Absolutely. Like I said, this is one of, if you are, a network marketer, affiliate marketer, or even real estate agent, when you start using something like this, it only makes sense for you then to tell other people, and you can get, paid affiliate commissions from LeadPages once you become a customer, which is cool as well. And you can just share with people what you're doing, right? That's all we're doing. That's all I do. I've been promoting LeadPages as an affiliate for a while now, and all I do is like, hey, here's a cool thing I did with LeadPages. Check it out. Sign up, Mike asked, So like this is a great idea and a perfect way to like immediately start using lead pages. If you're an affiliate marketer or network marketer, and I actually have an example of this. I'll find an example of this. Make a report. I've got the four tools that I use, and one of them is lead pages, right? And you know my here it is. My in the report, you know, it's my affiliate link. Special free report. The 4 simple tools I use to earn up to, you know, 5646 every single day, and that's not a made up number. That's a real number, right? I'm not just pulling something, you know, a number out of the hat. So I'm following exactly what Tim outlined, right? And this page, what did this page convert at? 25%. Not the best, but I have this one was at 50, which was the same idea. You know, the four tools. And so that was an idea that I think Mike shared, and a great one, I think. All right, any last thoughts, Tim? And again, there's so many comments in here, it's hard for me to figure out if I'm missing any. So I'll say one more time before I let Tim share any final thoughts, that if you had a question that we didn't address, just email me, and I promise I'll get back to you. I answer every one of my emails personally, and I'm happy to get back with you. Tim, any final thoughts?
Yep. So it seems like a lot of you guys became LeadPages customers, and that's awesome. But here's what I can say: whether or not you became a LeadPages customer, go implement this stuff, because Josh and I both want to see you have a lot of success in your business efforts. So go out there and implement these things. Don't wait. LeadPages will make it quicker and easier. So if you haven't signed up, hurry up so you can get your bonuses. But either way, go out and implement. And I want to say thanks to everybody for being a part of this, and thanks to Josh for having me.
Cool. Thank you, Tim, and thanks for staying on so long. I know this was, you know, we stayed on quite a long time, so thanks for you for staying on, and for everybody else for staying on. We got lots of great comments, lots of good feedback for Tim, and congratulations to action takers, right? Action takers taking action. That's the fastest way to create new results in your life, and so I can't wait to see you know, those of you who are taking action or have taken action. I can't wait to see the results that you create, because I know, you know, those of you'll be emailing me cool stuff, and I'll be emailing you a bunch of bonuses as well. So thanks again, Tim. Thank you, everybody. We'll get a replay out as soon as it's ready, and we'll talk again real soon.
Thanks, Josh. Bye,
Thanks, Josh. Bye, everybody.